Hello everyone, this is lesson 37. It's called Critical Mass, and as you know I put these lessons in alphabetical order, so this is the 37th one with a C for critical mass. This idea is very important. You have to reach a critical mass of something, whatever you're doing, before you can get it started. It's kind of like the idea of inertia, and I know, being a physics teacher, that the idea of inertia is a little more complex than people think, but basically with this idea, things will not start moving until you have enough force applied to overcome its inertia. And then once it's in motion, it'll keep going of its own accord until something stops it. This applies to everything. You can't get a nuclear reaction going until you reach a critical mass of the uranium or the alpha particles. You need a critical mass for whatever. To do a YouTube channel, once you reach a critical mass, then boom, you'll explode. You can stay at this level the whole time and go nowhere. But once you reach a certain level, you'll have critical mass. Kim Kardashian, if her little video had reached whatever, just use these numbers, 10,000 people and stopped, there are 1,000 other women that made those type of videos that didn't reach critical mass for some reason. The Beatles, there's always people that say they want that break, they want that, they need to reach a critical mass. So whatever you're doing, whether you're a salesman and you have to reach, or an insurance agent or a real estate agent, once you've sold this many homes, once you're in this club, or you're a car salesman, you reach this, once you do that, then people start looking for you. So whatever you're trying to accomplish, you need to think about, oh, there's a critical mass, there's a certain level I have to get over to reach success. The old 10,000 hours, I have to reach this many practices before I can do this. It's even learning the fine skill. It could be a double leg takedown, it could be a jab in boxing, it could be a stroke in swimming. Swimming is an incredible time-consuming event. There was a student swimming and someone couldn't understand why they were spending all their time swimming, and I said, to be a successful swimmer, the swimming gods are jealous gods and will have no gods before them. A kid just has to spend a lot of time swimming, perfecting that stroke, and once they reach that critical mass, then they've gone on. So an individual skill, trying to make a YouTube channel, trying to sell real estate, whatever it happens, get famous as a rock band, whatever that happens to be, there's an idea, and if you, when you're going through life and trying to be successful, trying to accomplish your goals, because the words try to be successful have become very cliched, but when you're trying to reach your goals, trying to be successful, trying to get done what you need to get done, be aware that I have to get a critical mass. It can be whatever. If you are putting on a show, a fight, and you reach this many ticket sales, it'll explode and go over this much. But if you stay below a certain amount, it'll never achieve anything. I said it's kind of easy to see now with YouTube personalities. There's so many, but once they hit a critical mass, boom. Every star in Hollywood has 1,000 people who are just as good as them. There's just as many people. There's people that dance like Fred Astaire. There's people that are as muscular, as good as The Rock. There are people that are anyone, played music like anyone, but they didn't reach critical mass. And a lot of that goes back to the idea of work and work ethic and continuing trying. But if you have this idea that, oh, I've got to reach this critical mass, I've got to accomplish this much, and then once I get over this hump, then things will be a little easier. And kind of being a physics teacher, that they understand there's inertia. You have to get things moving. In any organization, we have 3 big car makers now. We have General Motors, Ford, and Chevy, General Motors, Ford, and Chrysler, and they've kind of bought in each other. But there were 20 small car 50 small car manufacturers at one time. They didn't quite reach critical mass to stay alive. It could be anything. There were dozens of burger joints just as good as McDonald's. They didn't reach critical mass. So think about that when you're trying to be successful, you're trying to accomplish what you're trying to do. You have to reach critical mass to do it. And be aware of that. Thanks a lot. Hope this helps somebody.